the moment I'm in Central Europe, about 3.5 hours from southeast of Berlin, just over the Polish border.
Mhm.
And I'm helping a few people with English here.
So you get that other side of English if you listen to David. So
Yeah, I'm very much an English speaker rather than American English speaker or Australian English speaker or Irish English speaker.
yeah. Well, I'm really happy that you're here, David. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And David is going to observe and just maybe at the end, at some point, he'll give me some feedback on some things that he might be doing or things that I might be able to do differently.
हाँ दो उसको लेके जाओ बेटे.
Hey, always, we are here. Did you give that
Hello.
child? Did you give the child the keys to the car today?
Hello.
Not
Good
yet.
evening. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. So, Dahlia, take a moment and just 30 seconds. Introduce yourself.
I am Dahlia. I'm 28 years old.
I'm sorry, Dahlia. Remember to use at least one vocabulary word from yesterday or previous day. Okay?
Oh, all right.
As you
Well, that's a challenge.
Yeah.
Right. I would like to point out that I am 28 years old from Turkey, and it's Dahlia. I live in Istanbul. I'm a teacher, and
Okay, and that's fine. Thank you, Dahlia. Always,
thank you.
always.
Yes.
Would you take a moment and introduce yourself? Please use a vocabulary word that you have learned.
Okay. I'm Awais Ansari from Karachi, Pakistan. I'm computer engineer and I'm trying to expand my English vocabulary and English speaking.
Mm-hmm. All right. And Hasbian.
Okay. So, hey everyone, it's Hussein. I'm 27 years old. I'm a food and agri-food technologies engineer, and I'm Algerian. Okay, so I'm here to expand my vocabulary list, and so as I can be able to speak English automatically without having an assistance one day.
Very good. Hello, Ellen. How are you? Could you take a moment and introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you. Hello, Dr. Priscilla. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
We see you, Isa. Just a second. Continue, Ellen. Introduce yourself, Ellen. Where do you live?
My name is Ellen. I live in Iraq, Kurdistan, Iraq. And I'm 24 years old. I'm graduated in technical college in highway department.
Mhm.
And now I'm trying to learning English in better.
Fantastic. We're happy to have you. And finally, we'll ask ESOS to introduce herself and give me the name.
Yes, my name is Esra.
Ezra?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Ezra. Tell us a little more about yourself.
Yes, I live in Istanbul in Turkey. I am an English teacher.
Okay, awesome.
She must be Dahlia's friend.
I'm a bit excited. And Dahlia is my friend. I heard your video conference, so I want to attend your work.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Dahlia, for inviting your friend. And I have invited David, my friend, who speaks English as well. I'm going to point something out, and I'll just preface this. It will be very short. One, you all know that these classes are free, okay? There are things that are called joint ventures. A joint venture is where we can make a situation a win-win. Okay? All of you that are participating are winning because I'm giving you this lesson absolutely free. The only thing that I ask you to do is to do the classwork prior to class, and the video is another win-win situation for me. Keisha speaks English, but she is from Jamaica. So she has a distinct accent, more so than my American accent. But the point is, when you go and do the things that I ask you to do, it makes it a win-win for all of us. The more connections I can do, if you make comments, if you listen to her, it's a win-win for you because you get to hear English. If you comment on the video, it's a win-win for her because of the algorithms, and you will learn something. It also gives you an opportunity to practice your writing, your comprehension of what you heard. And that was what I asked you to do. At some point, there will be a time when I will say that I will not allow you to come to class if you don't do the assignment, similar to the one from the day before. I still have not received homework for the day before homework, so there won't be a class. I had already created this class. That is why we're having this class today. So, Hospian, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is try to show you what someone wasn't sure what they were supposed to do. Here is the invitation that everyone received. If you click this link, you get to where you are right now. Here is the video that I ask each of you to watch. I'm going to put the sound off. This is Keisha. Keisha is Jamaican, and I ask you to leave feedback. So let's take a look at what you wrote, or what someone wrote.
I wrote.
Okay, so Paulo, maybe Paulo is here, maybe not. I need training, my skill in English and organization. My time is not so easy for me. Now, if in my mind, if Paulo actually listened to Lakeisha, she wasn't talking about English. So that lets me think that the person didn't even watch the video. So if we were, which we were going to discuss, I'm not sure how much Paulo would be able to contribute because I don't know that Paulo actually listened to the video. Always. Oh, thank you for writing something. Always did a few minutes ago. You were right. There are two types
It's
of.
compliment or something else?
Yes, this is fine. This is wonderful. Can you read what you wrote for us? Always. Can you see it?
Okay, you are right. There are two type of people. One is scared or afraid and never try to come out from their comfort zone.
Oops.
And other people.
I think I made it too big. Okay.
And other people who try for touching the sky. These type of people never scared or afraid from failure or rejection. Even they try to learn from these failure or rejection and try with new energy.
Yay! So now we have something more that we can talk about. Also, always, I want you to remember, try to include something that you've learned, vocabulary words, phrases, in your responses. Dahlia, oh Dahlia, look at Dahlia, yay! Dahlia, read what you wrote.
Okay. Thank you so much, Keisha, for this wonderful, inspiring speech. Indeed, it reminded me all that we are stronger than we actually think. Of course, there will be challenges in life, but it's important to believe in ourselves, our capacity, and then be in the right place where we could show our highest potential. I'd love to end my words with this remarkable motto: the important thing in life is to have a great aim and the determination to attain.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Great.
We have Paulo's source that says, I want to improve my English. And Paulo said the same thing up here. I think because I sent Paulo a message. And then, let's see, Nas I'm not sure that Naz read the.
I am Miss Priscilla. I'm Elaine.
I'm sorry. What did you, Ellen? Oh, Naz, Ellen. Is that you?
Yeah.
And Ellen, you know better because you've been with me for about 3 or 4 years. So I always want to encourage you to put forth your best. Do more
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Priscilla, because I'm not understand this, what you say in email.
So,
just I understand you to write a comment.
All right, so Ellen, if you don't understand something, you can always email me back. It seems like I'm sitting at my computer all the time, doesn't it, Hosbian?
Yeah, that's right.
So if you don't understand something, there's no reason for you not to ask me. But now you have an understanding. And then Estra says, what did you write? I like it. Go ahead. What did you write?
I wrote, stop being scared and believe in yourself. Go forward and get better.
Very good. And if you'll notice, Keisha does respond. She said that she would respond to everyone, but it depends on what time it is when you write something. So you can go back. Hasbian, yay! What did you write?
Okay, so first I would like to thank the coach for all the things that she said in that video. And personally, I used expressions that were already used in the video. So as I proved to you that I watched the video twice and I understood all what said in it. Okay, so I said, never say I'm not ready, or I need more training. Stop being scared of rejection and failure. It's high time you put your name in the hat. I really enjoyed this video, coach.
Very good. So thank you guys so much for participating in that response. And the other ones are not, it's not from our group, but you're more than welcome to listen to that. So let's listen to David speak for a moment. David, as I've said to the students that are here, these lessons are free. And I try to make it a win-win situation. I get something in return by having them participate, and I'll post this video, and maybe others will eventually see it, want to become a part of the class, and through sharing and algorithms and things of that nature, I will become more visible globally. I do have paid classes, but my goal right now is to add value to individuals who choose not to pay or this type of environment works. So could you add and give me some thoughts, David?
Thoughts on the video which the students have just watched and commented on? Or?
My approach to getting them involved in exposure and how what I ask them to do will actually benefit them via listening and typing, that type of interaction. Do you believe, David, that this type of interaction benefits the students?
It definitely does, because it is very engaging, very participatory in having to do things. Firstly, they've had a video to watch, so this gives them an opportunity to listen to someone, in this case from Jamaica, as you mentioned, speaking English. Secondly, it gives them the opportunity to develop their listening skills and comprehension skills, and also by writing their own opinions of the video, which they did so very well. I'd like to congratulate you all on doing that so well. This is very active. You're using the English you know and reinforcing what you know, which is also excellent. And then by doing this together, we are getting different people's views, and you're hearing one another speaking, which is also good listening practice and speaking practice. Okay. So you're building on your skills like one on another, stacking them up and making progress, more and more progress.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So
very good.
I hope
Thank
that's
you.
helpful.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks, David. Maybe now some of you may have questions that you'd like to ask David. This is our lesson for today. We'll talk about what Keisha talked about in her presentation. But what questions might you have of David? This will give you an opportunity to formulate questions and to see if he understands the question that you're trying to ask as you speak. Again, every opportunity you get to speak, use it. Remember to think about things you've already learned so that I don't have to point them out to you again. It could be a challenge, but this is not revolutionary. You are aware of what the expectations are because every one of you now have been in at least one class or two classes with me. Ellen, let's start with you.
Yeah.
If you'll excuse me, I'm just going to put a light on.
Okay,
it's
go ahead.
dark where I am.
Okay, so if someone asks me to repeat the question, Hasbian, I'll let you jump in and do that. But if each of you are listening, the same question most likely will be asked of you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain to Ellen what I want her to do?
Ms. Priscilla, but this video is not clear for me. I can't understand it clearly.
Did you not understand a single thing about the video?
No, I'm just watching the beginning of it.
All right, well, we'll go to someone else.
Okay.
Has, go ahead. You can call on someone or you can answer for her. I know you watched it several times, so you may have a...
Okay, I'll try to answer it my way. Okay.
Okay.
Well, you know, the English of that coach was a little different than yours, teacher, but it was a little quicker, and she used a lot of idioms and a lot of expressions that I didn't know before. Well, I tried to sum up what she said in that video. It was an encouraging video. She was harping on the fact that we should believe in what we are. We should believe in our capacities. We should show to others what we are capable of. It's not because you were rejected once or twice that you will lose hope. But instead, you should never say I can't or I'm not ready. You should keep the work up in order to get better results in the future. There is a question for you, teacher, if you allow me.
Sure, go ahead. What is it?
Okay. There is the idiom shake the table that I want you to explain.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'll give you my definition to that meaning, and then I want you to correct it or to confirm it.
Okay.
Okay, what I understood from the idiom is to make a revolutionary change in something. Shake the table means to make it move, to make something different than it used to be before.
Okay, awesome. I will weigh in on that for you, Hasbian, but let's find out if anyone else had an idea as to what shake the table. I can't really remember when she said it, but if you're saying shake the table, yes. So she may have said, if you want something to do, you have to put your hat, throw your hat on the table. You have to put your hat into it. What do you think? Anyone else? Does anyone have any idea what she might have meant by shaking the table? All right, I'll tell you what I think she meant, and David will listen to you as well. Hey, Omar, I'm glad you're able to join us. So when we shake something, we actually move it. Keisha is a coach primarily for women, but her methods and her strategies is great information for men. Women typically wait for someone to sometimes give them something. We don't make that bold move and say, I can do it. Let me do it. We'll wait for someone to ask, would you like to do this? And then we'll say, well, I'm not so sure if I can do it. A man will say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it today. So women will need to shake the table. We need to change our mindset and go forward. Even if we fail, we're not really failing. We're just finding out that the way we were approaching it may not be the best way. But if we don't shake the table, we'll never know how good we could be if we don't try. So shake the table means to try. Do something different. That's what I get from shake the table primarily. David, can you weigh in on that?
For me, this is a new expression. I've never heard it before. But
David, I'm sorry, neither had I. I've never heard of it either.
Right. Well, I think if you shake the table, you're having to do something very active. And I had a sense of moving out of your comfort zone very strongly. That was my own sense of it.
Okay, excellent, great question. Does that clear it up for you a little, Hasbian?
It's clearer than it was before.
Awesome, awesome. So you'll notice, guys, I often ask Hasbian to do more. He has not missed a class since I've started, and you can listen to him and you'll notice that his voice is improving every day over every day. He's bringing in new vocabulary. He's asking pointed, very specific questions, which is what I'm hoping to get you all to do. So Ellen, although you did not watch the video or understand it, I want to encourage you to go back and watch it at the end of this class and leave a comment. When I ask you all to leave comments, please do not leave a comment that suggests that you didn't listen to it. If I ask you to listen to something, it will not be long. And you can always email me and I will respond back to you so that you can respond appropriately. All right. Hasbian?
Okay. That was the first question. My second question is about another idiom, and then I will let the Dahlia maybe speaks. Okay, the second idiom is at the end of the day, and it was used more than one time in that video. I think the meaning is clear, which means at the end of the story.
Yes.
As a conclusion for this.
Exactly. So usually at the end of our sessions, I'll ask you, at the end of the session today, what is your takeaway? So that is correct. It is the finishing component of whatever it is that is going on. At the end of the day, if you have not put your hat in, you probably are not going to be considered for the job. If you're not shaking the table, you probably will not get the job. Okay? And I'm not sure why ESOS can't stay in. She keeps going out and in, but I know that, so they've gone out again. Okay, go ahead, Hasbian.
Okay, I think it's your turn, Dahlia, to tell us a little about things that you pointed out from the video using words from previous lessons. So go ahead.
All right. So I revised the word challenge again. I heard of that in the video. The challenge of failure or being rejected. I heard such words from the video. And she advised us to do something revolutionary and to explore our own potential. So she said maybe we are not in the right place, right?
Very good.
So outcome is a good word, outcome, which means result.
Mhm.
So she says outcome will be possible, even if you are successful or not. What else? And we are stronger than we actually think. Yes, such words I picked up from the video, like challenge, failure, rejection, and about our potential. So it was a really motivational speech for me.
Very good. Thank you.
Oh, that's great.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay.
We want to keep our pace going actively, Caspian.
Who else do we have here? I forgot.
Esra.
May I speak? Okay.
ESOS. Can you repeat your
Esra.
name for me, please?
Esra, she says.
Isra. Okay.
Esra.
Ezra.
Can you spell it for me? Is it I-S-R-A?
Think of it like E-S-R-A-H. Ezra. Ezra.
Okay.
Yes. I
Connection is poor, I guess.
Yes.
Got it. We have it. We got it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
What did you take away from the video, Ezra? What is your takeaway from the video? Okay, so go to someone else. Her video is not stable. So we have.
I'll ask always, since he is here, to tell us about his takeaway from the video.
The lesson I learned from the video is don't afraid or scared if you are failure or rejection from any position or any exam. Just try to learn from your failure and try it again and again.
Okay, again. Hello again.
Okay, go ahead. Jump in. We'll come back to you always. Go ahead, Ezra. What did you get? What did you take away from the video?
Okay. I take some notes from, and I have a verse, I have sentence. Go where your talent is nurtured, not stiff. This is the best sentence. I think it is just summarizing the video. And I have a motto, people want to reach their best version, I think. And so we go going to, I think all of us may be going to find our best version.
So if we want to find our best version of ourselves, go where we're wanted.
My notes.
All right. So Ezra, we know that you have a problem with your connection today. I hope that you will forgive us if we don't call on you as much. Have we heard from Omar?
No, not yet. But always was speaking, I think.
Oh,
he hasn't said all what he has.
Always? Are you finished or did you start? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Actually, some people are afraid when they lose or they fail.
Again.
So the coach tell us don't afraid from there. She gives the motivation that losing in any exam, there is some lesson hidden in this and your failure. Just learn from this failure and try again and again, and one day you will success. You will get the success.
Awesome.
Omar has just left, I think. He's not here anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Doctor, I've got another idiom.
Okay. What is it?
Okay. Which is the red carpet was turned out.
Which is the red carpet was turned out. You'll need to give me more information. I know when we have the red carpet, I know what that means. When we have the Oscars and the people dress up and they roll the carpet out and you just come out in all of your galore and fashion. It's a special occasion. It's a time for celebration. So you might need to give me a little more about what was said when you say red carpet.
Okay, I'll watch the video again and send it to you in email.
Okay, and you don't have to direct your questions to me because others watch the video as well. They may very well know what the question is that you're asking.
Okay.
All right. So now we've had.
Excuse me.
Yes, always.
Red carpet means that you are giving some specialty for some people.
Okay. Can you give us an example, always?
In any special event, in Oscar Awards, the actress and actors, they are special. They did some special work in their field and they came in this, and you say that they are giving the red carpet, that they are special people that time.
So it's like it's a particular treatment that you get. It's the red carpet treatment. For example, in London, David, can you talk to us about the red carpet?
Yes, the red carpet is rolled out or put down on special occasions. For the Queen, for example, if she's making a visit to a place indoors, or occasions like the BAFTA Awards, which are equivalent to the Grammy in America. These are when celebrities go to be presented with their awards in the film industry for the past year, for example. So it is a special, when the red carpet is rolled out, this is done for special occasions for people, or celebrities, or royal family, for example. It is an exceptional thing, a special thing.
Okay, is that clear? Okay. So now anyone just jump in, pop in with some thoughts about whatever you want to say that's on your mind. Again, the only way that you're going to improve your English is to start speaking without thinking.
I have one example for the red carpet. In the wedding occasion, groom and the bridal, the people are giving the red carpet for this couple because they are going to start their new life.
Okay. People are given the red carpet if they want to start something new in their life. It could be. And it sounds like maybe this is when someone is going to get married. I've never heard anyone say that they're going to put out the red carpet, but definitely that would be something
in our culture, when groom and bridal are going to marry, there is a event which is very special for those couple. And we are giving them the red carpet, that they have a special, everything is special for them.
I see.
So
I got it.
I would like to say something. I have just one experience of walking on a red carpet. It was a big surprise. When I was a 13-year-old, I went with a party from my school on this cruise of the Baltic Sea. And we went to what then was Leningrad in Russia. And we were greeted there with a military brass band and a red carpet. It was a big surprise, almost a shock. But it was a nice welcome. That's my only experience of a red carpet. I was 13 years old then.
That's something that you would never forget.
Yes, exactly. So that's my experience of a red carpet. I've not had one since, but maybe
Maybe.
maybe,
We,
maybe,
we, you
maybe when
may.
I grow up.
Yeah. And, you know, it's a very ceremonious occasion. I
Yeah.
think we have Fazal. Fazal. Hello, Fazal. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Fazal, did you do the assignment?
No, this is my first time to join your class.
Okay, but that's the question is, did you do the assignment?
So which assignment?
Okay, never mind. How are you doing? How are you today, Fazal?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, we will have a class on tomorrow, Fazal. Will you try and come?
Sure.
Okay, so Hasbian, before we end today, I want you to encourage everyone to take a pen and pencil. I want you
Okay.
to give them, no, Hasbian, I want you to give everybody 3 words that I will expect them to be able to use in the lesson tomorrow. We're not doing it right now because I'm going to give Hasbian time to go get himself a pencil and paper and write down 3 words that we all will use in tomorrow's session. I will give you other activities to do as well. Always, can you explain to Fazal what we've done? Tell him about the video that we watched. What did he see? I mean, what did we hear? And maybe ask him a question after you finished.
And teacher give us a video, is a motivational video regarding about types of people who are scared from the failure, and there is some people who are not afraid from the failure or rejection. And they give us some example when, for example, when you are in the job, there is an opportunity for the higher position. You are scared, how if I failed in the exam, or I will not qualify the what the people are saying. You have nothing, you are dull, well, extra. But if you work hard and you learn from the failure or rejection and try again and again, your work, your hard working will give you an opportunity to get the position.
Very good. Thank you, Awais. Now, can you ask Fazal? Fazal, am I pronouncing your name correctly? You'll need to unmute your microphone, Fazal.
Yeah, well, you pronounce correctly, Fazli Wahid, but Fazan is right.
Okay, great. Now, Awais is going to ask you a question, Fazal. Could you answer the question? Awais, could you give Fazal just one question?
Yeah, sure.
Have you been ever scared or afraid from the failure?
Okay. Not really, because as your explanation was, that failure can give you to the next stage. If you afraid of failure, so you will never get to the next stage.
Very good.
Yeah.
Dahlia, can you share one thing with Fazal and then ask him a question?
I can ask maybe about the potential. I mean, so Fazal, when you are failed, how do you feel? I mean, how can you explore your potential, highest potential? What do you do, or how do you feel?
Right. Naturally, every human body, when he face some failure, so they will have anxiety and depression. But the anxiety and depressions, I think, lead you to do the right things. Then, if you don't have anxiety, for example, you take a drugs and remove your anxiety, so you will not do the things to go on. So the anxiety and depressions, I feel it is better to move on.
So somehow we need to have some anxiety in order to improve ourselves and explore our potential, right?
Right.
Okay. I just want you to tell us about a situation where you were rejected when you probably applied for a job. Have you ever been through this situation?
Or because of, you know, my country has the issue of jobless. You know, a lot of people are jobless. So we have faced a lot of rejection out here, not
You
one.
know, joblessness is a
But
universal problem. It's not only in your country. We do have
What's
it
your
here in
country?
Algeria too.
So
yeah,
Fazal, what's your country?
Mm-hmm.
it's Pakistan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, moving along. Let's see. What else is there? Okay.
Before you can use Lexi,
Are you ready with the vocabulary words?
Is that okay?
Hasbian?
Mm-hmm. I've already written them down.
Okay, you want to make sure everyone has a pencil and paper and they're ready to write it down.
Yes, we have.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sorry, I
Right.
don't understand. Can I link your Lexi account to Google?
They're ready.
Okay, I'll start with you always. I usually start with Dahlia.
Everyone's going to have the same word. Everyone's going to have the same word.
Okay, same 3 words.
Because they may not show up. They may not show
Okay.
up. So everyone
Okay.
has the same word.
Okay. Then, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, the first word is sanctuary.
Can you type it as well?
Okay, I'll share it. I'll show it on the screen. I thought
it's
I would.
a word that I learned from the second lesson.
Okay, spell it. Spell it for them and
it's
for me too.
SANCTUR. A before the R, then R and Y at the end.
I wrote it for them. Sanctuary. It's in the chat.
Have you all written it?
Yes.
Okay. Then the second word is pushback.
Pushback.
I think you're all familiar with the meaning. Or should I explain it to you?
Explain it.
Okay. A pushback is an obstacle, a problem that faces you when you try to do something. Mm-hmm.
It's like delay, right? Last lesson we have covered, we said weather delays instead of weather pushback.
Okay, exactly. Okay, the third word, are you all following me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, the third word is harp on, the phrasal verb harp on.
Harp on.
Which means to insist on something, on something, to say something again and again.
Can you spell again?
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
What was pushback?
Type of problem, resistance, okay? To insist, to repeat, okay?
What's the first word? Sanctuary?
Yes.
And what is a sanctuary?
It's a shelter, a place where people are isolated in case of sicknesses, for example.
It's a quarantine.
Sorry?
It's a quarantine.
Can you repeat what you said, please?
I'm saying it's a quarantine where you are isolated.
Quarantine.
Okay, okay.
Quarantine is that the word? Are you using the word quarantine? Hasbian, did you say quarantine?
No. He gave it as a synonym for the first word.
Oh, sanctuary?
He
Mm,
said, mhm.
a place where people are isolated. I didn't mean to put that there. That's wrong. A place where people live or stay or shelter. My mistake.
Mhm.
No, sanctuary is not a quarantine. It could be, but that's not what he was saying, I don't think. Okay, how many words did we say? 3 or 4?
3
3.
words.
Okay, so there are your 3. Now, Always, can you give me a sentence using the word sanctuary? For now, so we know that we understand what we're doing, okay? Dahlia, can you give me a sentence using pushback? And Hasbian, give me an example sentence with harp on.
Mhm.
Always
right.
waiting.
Okay, I'll start.
No, we're at sanctuary. Sanctuary. Always give me a sentence for sanctuary.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Dahlia, give me one for pushback.
Okay. There will be always pushbacks in our business life, but no matter how hard they are, just keep forward, go forward.
No matter how what?
Um, how hard, how challenging, maybe. No matter how challenging.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, Haas.
Okay. One of the things that I harp on to learn English is reading books.
Okay, always.
Still, I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, Haas, what is a sanctuary?
It's a shelter, always a place where people
Can find shelter?
Well,
Hmm.
sorry.
Okay.
We can use shelter instead. It can be a synonym.
Which one? What?
Shelter for sanctuary.
Okay. All right. So we've got the definitions now. So tomorrow, when we have class, remember, I'm expecting at least those of you that are here today to be able to use these words. I'm going to put these words in the activity as well.
Okay.
And hopefully, yes, Dahlia.
Can I ask a question? In this sentence, you just type, there will always be pushback. So is it correct to say a pushback or pushbacks or only pushback?
Well, I somehow think that pushback is not going to be a, but it could be because a means it's just one. But there will always, because there's an S here, it sounds like it's going to be more than one. So this is plural, A is singular.
So what about pushbacks?
Okay.
Is it also correct?
As what?
There will be pushbacks.
Yeah,
instead of pushback.
You can say there will be pushback in a person's life no matter the challenge. Yes.
Okay, not pushbacks with S ending. You mean, right?
No, I would not put an S here. And again, Dahlia, remember, I'm not teaching you grammar. I'm teaching you how to speak this conversation.
Right.
So it could be debatable. Yes, you could put an S on it. Maybe you can't. I don't know. But for me, I would just have, there will be pushback. Any thoughts on that, David?
I was going to ask you, is this American English? Because I've not heard this. I'm not familiar with this.
Well, this phrase itself is a phrasal verb, or it could be slang. Yeah, I do use it. And when we get pushback, for example, in the U.S., the governors in the states are getting pushback from the president about how to take care of the people. So there's a little bit of pushback. We should be doing this, and someone says no, yes, no, yes, no. That's the pushback.
Okay, thanks. So this is American English.
Yeah. Well, I could say that. I could say yes, but I'm going to just say that I know what it means.
Okay.
All right. All right. So thank you guys so much for participating today. And we are at the end of the class for today. So at the end of the session, I forget what that phrase was that Hasbian has used, but Hasbian, what is your takeaway for today?
Okay. Well,
30
I would
seconds.
like to harp on.
30
I would like
seconds.
to harp. Sorry.
30 seconds.
Okay. The video was was enthusiastic for me. I've learned to be motivated, whatever the consequences are.
Mm-hmm. Okay, call on someone else.
Okay, Dahlia, go ahead.
Okay, the video I watched kept me motivated, and I have covered the phrasal verb shake the table, which means try, and I have just learned today red carpet, which means facial caring, and these three words I just got today. Thank you.
Fantastic. Always.
Today I learned the few words just like a shake the table, end of the day, pushback, century, and
Okay, thank you. And David, would you like to give us some feedback today? Primarily for me and the students, what would you offer to them in terms of becoming fluent in English?
Well, I think you're already doing a great job. I can see your motivation, and I thought your choice of video was really excellent today, Dr. Priscilla. I think it was very interesting, very helpful information, also very potentially very motivating. And I think Ross really picked this up, and Dahlia really picked this up and saw that by persisting, you can, going beyond your comfort zone, you can achieve more than you would otherwise.
Okay.
I just want to thank you, sir, for being here. I felt spoiled.
No, you're not
spoiled.
spoiled.
We have Dr. Priscilla and
well,
we have
I'd
you
be happy
today.
to help you again sometime.
Okay, well,
thank you a lot.
Thank you, Haas. So Haas, what I'll do, I'll let Haas speak in a minute. What I'll do, David, I'll send you the link. I'll put you in the loop. Come to as many of them as you can. And you're always welcome to participate. I'd love to have you. Haas, could you tell Dr. Pashby what you were saying? I cut you off. Continue, Hasbian.
Well, I just wanted to thank him for being here today. For us, it was a plus to the class. That's all. Okay. I said I felt spoiled that you are here, Doctor, and that we heard David too. That's a pleasure.
Okay, so the video that we watched, she said she saw all of the comments. She said she would love to have all of you subscribe to her channel. She's a great coach. So maybe one day she too may join us and you can let her know how much you value. So if you get a chance, please subscribe to her channel. If we have nothing more, I'm going to say thanks, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Probably tomorrow will be a little earlier, 9, 10. Tomorrow it will most likely be at 9, which is 9 a.m. Central Time, which is going to be.
So what is that EST? What is that Eastern
That's
time?
Eastern time. Did it come to Eastern time?
What is 9 o'clock Central Time in Eastern Time?
Okay, Eastern Time is 1 hour later.
So it is 10 o'clock Eastern Time tomorrow.
It will be 10 o'clock Eastern, but it will be 9 o'clock right now. So David, right now, I'm not living at my home because of the coronavirus. I'm staying with my son in Alabama in a different state.
Oh.
So I normally would be Eastern, but I'm Central now. But I don't always have the classes at the same time.
Okay, it is better for me this time tomorrow, if you want me to join tomorrow, because I have things at the moment that it's just coming up to 9 o'clock.
Okay. Okay. Well, as I said, come to the ones that you can, and that's perfectly fine. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much.
True.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye. Screen. Okay. Thanks, Priscilla.
Thank you,
You did a
David.
great job. You did a great job today.
I appreciate you.